It's been a little bit more than he
bargained for.
He bargained for, yeah. Because yesterday, you know, another sweltering hot day, and that's long. But to get here to the finals, you got to play a little tennis.
That's right.
White, he leads 1-love, first set.
First game goes to Josh White, 1-0 here in the first set. He'll be next. He'll be next to serve. Josh White, as we come back, he will be serving in the second game of the first set. He's up 1-0 over Bill Schmitz here at the Village Glen on Adelphia's HT TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Today we're going to look at that forehand volley. We need to get a little zing on that forehand volley, that punch to hit that ball deep into the corners. How we're going to do that is to use our left hand. We're going to bring our left hand around, put it even with our racket, and as we punch that volley, we're going to step forward with both our hands. That'll give us that little extra zip that we need to get that winning volley.
The Need, 53 Days, Tom Stahl, God's Children, The Brother Project, Blind and Bishop, Mudtown Rudy, Allison Pipitone, Fred Klima, Mersey, Puddle Jumper, Only Human, Pollyanna, We 73, Skunk, Fits You, Doom Buggy, End of a Spear, Plastic Nebraska, Kinsman Cage, Indie Music, Independent, On Sale, On the Net, Online Express, Music.com.
And welcome back to the second game here. Josh White with the first point in the second game. He leads 1-0 here in the first set of the men's Class A. And there's a good look at Josh, who is a student at the University of Rochester and played on the tennis team there. Ended up playing second singles by the end of the season.
Not bad. They usually have a pretty good team out there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good tennis. The small liberal arts schools. I went to Hobart College. I know. I asked him. He said they played Hobart. I think they beat them twice this year.
It looks like Josh is sort of controlling the points so far at this point.
30-15.
Well, as we said, Bill Schmitz, the cagey veteran. I noticed during the break he's sitting underneath the canopy with us here. And Josh White's over on the court out in the sun. So nice first serve. And that's wide. A nice little volley between the two players there.
40-15.
40-15 here in the second game. It's got to be a little disheartening to look across the net and see such young legs on the other side.
Yeah. That points out.
Game.
Josh takes a 2-0 lead here in this first set.
First set.
Come on, Josh. Take it easy on him now. 2-0 here in the first set.
Young guys don't do that, I don't think.
No. Well, it's a great experience for Josh, too. Like I said, he's playing at the U of R. He gets a chance to play here.
He's also going to be working for us this summer, too. Starting next week, he'll be helping out at the Village Glen in our tennis program.
Great. Well, I'll tell you, you've had some great players come through here, and we didn't get a chance to talk about them when we did the men's open, but you know, some of the players, like the girl from Hamburg there, Bridget Merrick. You didn't quite get to that shot right there.
15-love.
But yeah, you've had some great, the Larson girls. I mean, I try and keep up with them when I see the articles in the papers, and Merrick, I believe she played
the circuit.
Yeah,
she
played over in Europe and
did well in doubles. She's part of our program too, and she's definitely a good player.
Yeah, nice little shot right there. Good look at Bill Schmidt.
15 all.
15 all. He'd like to win one here and stay in it here in the first set.
Yeah, Bill needs a game here just to get himself clicked in here.
Good first serve. Forces an error on Josh White, 30-15. Unfortunately for this match here, we don't have that little troop of ball boys that we had for the men's open.
They had a baseball game to go to today.
They're doing double duty today. And that's long. 30 all. 30 all. Long on that serve. Second serve.
This is new for both players. Neither one's played on a TV match.
Yeah,
people can say it.
That's got to be good experience, especially for Josh. You know, he's playing in college. This is a good experience for playing under pressure.
No, get right down the middle, stupid.
You hear him say, I should hit that one right down the middle, because he hits it right at Bill Schmitz, and he hits himself
a nice
point
short
towards 30.
little soft volley there.
But that's the one thing about tennis. I mean, tennis there's only a few sports where you really, you know, individually, they're individual sports, and I think the pressure, and I think golf and tennis are two sports that just really, I mean, there's no one.
It's all on you.
Yeah, there's no team.
Can't bounce it off, or
not a team sport.
you only get paid if you play.
But it's not a team sport where you get up every inning. Or there's a nice look at it right there, a nice shot. But yeah, the pressure in tennis is, and then you know, to enhance it with the TV cameras.
Right.
But like any other sport, once you get into the flow of it and into the zone, they call it, you probably don't even notice the cameras are there until you get to a little more of a pressure situation.
That's correct. Yep.
Deuce game here in the third game, first set.
Ooh, funny bounce there. It got caught on Bill.
Advantage goes to White, and you know Bill's probably saying, "Hey, I got to at least win a couple here in the first."
Get myself in this match.
Yeah, in the first set, get myself in the match, because really,
that's a nice shot by Josh.
Game
goes to Josh White, and he goes up to 3-0 here in the first set. Sort of breezing through here in the first three games, but I'm sure that Bill Schmitz has a little bit left in him, and we'll come back here as we start the fourth game of the first set here on Adelphia's HT TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. The approach shots of the professionals have changed a bit today. They used to be the old traditional slice approach shots. Didn't give us quite the power, but got us to the net a lot quicker. Today's day, they hit that ball with topspin. They drive through the ball, gets them to the net a little slower, but they hit the ball so much harder now that they're getting that little bit easier volley.
The excitement of high school academic quiz competition has returned to Buffalo television. It's Masterminds, and it's only on Adelphia. Watch every week as the top scholars from your area schools battle it out in the varsity sport of the mind. And if that doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge, test your wits by playing the Masterminds Web Challenge. Log on and answer online questions for your chance to win a special prize. There's a new Battle of the Brains each week on Masterminds. So tune in and cheer your hometown team to victory. Remember, play it smart and play Masterminds.
We're back, getting ready for the fourth game in the first set here, the men's Class A, as Josh White will be serving in the near court, and he leads 3-0 from the Village Glen Fitness and Tennis Center. And Russ, Obviously, you're the head pro here. It's not just all about tennis here. This is quite a paradise you guys have down here. It's kind of tucked away down here, and you got everything from
First service.
great workout facilities, physical therapy if you need it here. I see him getting in the sauna and the steamer downstairs. And
we're the largest facility in Western New York, and we are located on 162 Mill Street, really in the heart of Williamsville. Besides being, we have 8 outdoor tennis courts, 10 indoor tennis courts, full fitness facilities ranging from aerobics to free weights, steppers, personal training, nutritional programs, you name it. Really, we provide it here at the Village Glen.
Yeah, and as you see here, Bill Schmitz, like I said, his wife's from Kenmore, but they come up and it's probably
Buffalo's the place.
It's probably a big spot where he comes up. It's a really nice place to come and play tennis, and just if your wife's come up and visiting some relatives, you got a place to go and
get
a nice workout in. And
he's been here over the years, so he enjoys it here.
Well, he's going to need one of those little saunas and steamers after playing this match
today. He may not want to come back for another way it's going right now.
He's got his work cut out with him with Josh White. 40 love here in the 4th game. And Josh White is not taking any mercy.
No.
You're supposed to be nice to your elders, but an aggressive play.
Just a little long, and that's
White leads 4 games to love.
And these guys, and this is really the largest draw we had in the tournament was the men's day. We had a total of 16 players, and these guys had to win 3 matches in order to really get to their spots. So, they've definitely worked to be here.
Yeah, I was talking to Bill Schmitz. His tank might be empty here. He said yesterday the sun was just glaring yesterday, and it had to be a lot
hotter. And he had a long 3-set match with John Nichols yesterday, so where Josh had a fairly easy match yesterday. And Josh knows that really wasn't the best choice.
He didn't really. He really didn't. Like you said, you look at him there. He's trying to go through the motion because that one definitely did not come off as he planned. There again, an aggressive play by Bill Schmitz, but
he's just trying to go a little too deep on his volleys, and then unfortunately he's knocking them out at this point. Should try to punch down on the ball a little more.
15 all. That was long first serve. And there's just no substitute for the young legs. They are all over the court, no matter.
But you got to give Bill a lot of credit. I mean, I'm looking through the draw right now. He's beaten guys here in this draw that are really tough players. Bob Duplicki, who's played a lot of tennis and has been in a lot of finals and tournaments and that, and Kurt Felgemacher and John Nichols. These guys have all won many events here, so he's definitely done a job to get here.
And he's hitting some good shots, but like I said, Josh White is just running them all down. Finally, he gets a break there. That one's outside the baseline. Ties it up at 30 all. He really needs this one right now, though.
He needs it.
Even just to, just here in the first set, just to win a game in the first set. That's going to be long.
And Josh is overpowering him with some shots and that, moving the ball around nicely.
Josh must have a big date early this evening.
He said he's got to fly here.
He's not going to be around any longer than he has to be today. Well, I know that's the best 4 years of your life there in college. I know that. And the U of R was a beautiful school down there. My nephew actually goes to school there, and my wife is a graduate of the U of R.
First serve.
So I've been down there quite a few times, and it's
a nice area.
really a nice little school, nice environment for these kids.
Bill gets 2 serves there because...
that's that old bottle trick.
That bottle trick on Bill's part. Nice approach there. That's a tough topspin lob, which is going to bounce in. Wind's going to help that one a little bit.
Game White. He leads 5 games to love. First set.
5-0. 5-0.
Well, I guess Josh White is making a statement here early in the first set. He goes up 5-0. And we'll be back and see if he can complete the first set here when we return on Adelphia's HT TV Sports.
I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen, working on the overhead smash, a shot we don't get to practice very often, but very important to finish points. The big thing in the overhead smash is footwork. Courtney's going to demonstrate the proper scissors kick on the overhead smash, coming from the right foot onto the left and continuing backwards. This will generate that little extra power we need and control to get that winning smash.
It's Page Time's Gone Bananas sale. Save a bunch on a Motorola numeric pager, now only $14.95. Or pick up a text pager at the appealing price of just $24.95. Order either one now and you'll also get 2 months of free voicemail and free shipping. Call Page Time today at 1-800-870-2220. Page Time's Gone Bananas sale ends July 18th. Don't let this opportunity slip away.
And we are back here at the Village Glen for the 6th game of the first set. Josh White with a commanding lead of 5-0. And I talked to Bill Schmitz on the break there, and he said, holy Christmas. He said he is going to sponsor Josh White for the Open Division next year.
That's a nice point by Bill.
Very nice point.
15-all.
15-all. Like I said, that is the the Open and the Class A. There's quite a difference as far as the level, and I guess as you get better, and for the younger guys they move up obviously, and for the older guys we move down.
Right. Well, Josh will be in to talk to him, see how he really does the whole time, this whole summer, and see really what happens. You never know what's going to happen.
That ball's long right there.
30-15.
30-15. Well, you're right about that. I mean, look at some of the players in tennis. I mean, how about the Williams sisters? I mean, they were. I mean, is that incredible or what?
Unbelievable. Great athletes. And
I read that article on those two, and in 8 months, she went from something like 453rd to the top 10.
Yep.
And her dad said that she was going to do it.
40-15.
I didn't doubt that either. And he did it.
But you think that's kind of the trend, though? You know, you're starting to see a lot of tennis players. You know, usually, back in the olden days, tennis players were, a little bit as far as the size and stuff. I mean, they seem to be, the Rod Lavers and the...
Sure.
But nowadays, you're starting to see some bigger, even like in most sports, football and basketball, they're all getting bigger and stronger. But even in tennis now, it seems to be taken on where the players are getting bigger and stronger.
It's a combination of the players are bigger and stronger, the rackets are bigger and stronger. If you look at some of the matches, some are not as in some ways it hurts tennis because the points aren't as long as enjoyable now. Some people, the points are quick and short, and it's not as. That's why women's tennis is sometimes more enjoyable. Their rallies seem to be longer. And it's not putting women's tennis down. It actually is more enjoyable to watch than some of the men's tennis, to be honest.
Game. White wins the first set, 6 games to love.
And that game goes to Josh White. And like I said, he breezes through the first set, unfortunately for Bill Schmitz, 6-0. And that first set...
Well, Bill can only do better now.
Yeah, that first set didn't take more than 15 minutes.
15 minutes here.
There's a good start for Bill Schmitz here in the
15 love.
first game of the second set, 15 love. But again, to get back to that, like with the Williams sisters, you know, I read quotes from the other players saying they're just too powerful. You know, they just hit the ball harder.
They do hit the ball harder, yeah. And they're definitely, and that's, you know, it's athleticism what stands them out as players, no question about it. Well, looks like your first lead I've seen for Bill.
30 love.
30 love. Come on, Bill. I'm definitely rooting for Bill.
Get him on the board. Give him the lead.
Teach this young guy some old tricks here, Bill. Nice serve by Bill Schmitz right there. He had a lot on that serve. And
40 love.
forces an error and goes up 40 love. Takes his time with his first serve.
And that's game for Bill.
And there's his first game, Bill Schmitz.
1 game to love, second set.
Starts it off on a different note here in the first game of the second set. He wins his first one and makes it 1-0 here in the second set. We'll be back with continued coverage here on Adelphia's HT-TV Sports.
I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Tired of playing those pushers, watching those moon balls come up, having to wait for them to bounce, keeping those balls in play for hours? Well, the new swinging volley will take care of that. Andre Agassi, Monica Seles perfected it. Now we got pretty much everybody doing it. What you're going to do is hit a regular ground stroke, but you're going to take that ball out of the air, hit the ball into the corner, and finish that point quick.
Attention Internet surfers, get online now and dial up OnlineExpressMusic.com, a worldwide web store featuring regional music from all over the U.S. and Canada. Access some of the best independent music like Toronto's Pollyannas, Buffalo's Blind Ambition, Seattle's The Puddle Jumpers, and a whole lot more. Browse through the online catalog and download free sound samples. Check out this month's on sale featured artists, OnlineExpressMusic.com. Discover for yourself a whole new world of music.
And there's a good look at Bill Schmitz, who gets off to a good start here in the second set from the Village Glen Tennis Center in Williamsville, New York, in the men's Class A finals. And there's a look at his opponent, Josh White, who won the first set rather easily at 6-0. But right now it's a 1-0 in the second set, and Josh White is getting ready to serve. That's long. So now Bill,
commanding lead here.
Yeah, Bill, he's starting to settle in right now. He's looking a little more comfortable. Maybe he had to kind of change strategy a little bit after that first set. He seems to be pretty much in control here. That's the strategy. Let the young guy use all that muscle and just keep hitting it out of the court. This is real similar to the match we had last year when Tom LaPenna's daughter was playing the UB coach. And what's her, Kathy?
Twist,
yeah. And what a great match that was. I mean, if you can stay in it long enough with him. Point there by Josh White. That may have been
30.
That was
a little more difficult.
That was a tough high overhead volley. Here it is. Good reach at it. Stretching. The idea is there. Just sometimes you have a tendency to try too much with it, and you probably don't need as much.
And it's not one that you probably, it's not a shot that you hit too often in a match. Second serve.
Good point.
Great point, but I'll tell you, a lot of credit to Bill Schmitz on that little rally there. He showed that he's ready to play today. That little volley they had going there, that was a nice little demonstration of how to play the game. Here's a good look at it. This is a great
Comes
shot.
in on this shot. We get some wrong-footed a little bit and back to deuce.
And Bill couldn't believe that when he said after all that hard work. And right there, Bill Schmitz makes him. I'll tell you, I'm surprised that Josh White is actually staying in the, on the baseline and just hitting his ground strokes. You'd think the younger guy would be coming to the net and forcing the play a little bit, but
well, Bill's definitely staying in the points now, so he's probably building a little confidence here.
I think he's got a little confused here. That's where the experience comes in. You got a younger guy like that, and he's kind of back there just trying to overpower everything, and then Bill's just playing along with him. There again.
It's 2-0.
Game Schmidt. He leads 2-0. Second set.
And like I said, maybe just thought a little bit about it after the first set and said.
Well, sometimes after you win a set 6-love, you think I got this wrapped up, and your focus can be just a little less, and that gets you in trouble.
Look at Bill Schmitz right there. Like I said, right now he's serving up 2-0. I mean, that's a big turnaround from going 6. And like I said, you see it right there. Bill Schmitz has been the aggressor. He's been the more aggressive player here as far as coming to the net, and he loses the first 6 game. He wins this one here. He wins 3 in a row. Here's a good look at it right here. Nice little backhand, and White couldn't get back to it. And there he goes for a winner, and that's wide, so
30-love.
30-love. Bill Schmitz right now has the younger player a little bit confused.
He's on the way back.
Love, and this is where it definitely starts the younger guy. Mentally, it's a lot tougher to deal with the game when you're only 17, 18. He gave him an extra serve there on the left serve, so he'll have 2 serves left. That's long.
Nice shot.
Impressive shot. Impressive by Bill Schmidt.
40-love.
I think we should be talking about Bill Schmidt.
Yeah, I didn't think Bill was going to be able to reach that one. But he just reaches back. Here's a look at it right here. Just reaches back. Just got up on his tiptoes and happened to put it right where he wanted to. 40 love. Josh White has to be back on his heels a little bit now.
And that was a frustrating shot by Josh.
He leads 3 games to love. Second set.
And that's it. He wins. He loses the first 6, but comes back on a tear here and wins 3 consecutive games to take a big lead here in the second set and to make this one into a match. Bill Schmidt's up 3-0 here in the second set. We'll be right back on Adelphia's HT TV Sports.
I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Rackets today. Very difficult choice for all of us. There's graphite, there's titanium, there's light, there's heavy. My particular choice is the Wilson Titanium. Very light racket, makes it easier for me to swing. I do have to swing it a little bit faster because of its lightness. Be careful when you make that choice. I would go to a professional, talk to them, make sure that the racket suits you.
Prepare to see something truly brilliant. The future's here, and it's brighter than ever. Adelphia has jumped light years ahead by investing in fiber optic and digital technologies, linking you to more of what you want. Now we bring you an extraordinary selection of services that simply connect you to your life and the world around you. But what's really amazing is one company has brought it all to light, and to you, Adelphia, your link for everything.
We are back here at the Village Glen, and Josh White gets ready to serve the 4th game here, the second set. And if you just joined us, if you got to look at the scoreboard, I don't know if you'd believe what you see. It was 6-0, a 15-minute first set. Josh White just tears through the first set.
And Bill Schmidt just got another break. That ball hit the line and rolled.
And then Bill Schmidt comes back and wins 3 in a row. And now he's got Josh White shaking his head, talking to himself a little bit, and it's his serve. If he doesn't come through here, he's in for a match.
Right.
And there's another one into the net.
Love 30.
That's the thing you gotta love about sports. Doesn't matter how old you are. It's just a competitive. If you have the competitive, drive and desire to get out and play the game, that's the beauty of sports.
Yep.
Bill Schmidt just says, "I am not going down here easy."
It sure isn't either. Maybe he's figured out how to beat him. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Love 40.
And there he goes, love 40. He's going to, like you said, in a relatively easy game right here. If he gets this next point, it'll be his serve. He'll be serving it
4 love.
4 love. And that's a little unusual that, you see 6-0 and then
that ball away nice and easy. Didn't want to risk hitting it over the fence
or into the net. Those are the shots those are the easy ones to screw up. But still, he's not out of the woods right yet. 15-40. And that right there, that's just a tad wide of Bill Schmidt.
30-40.
Can't be happy with that because he really had Josh White on the run.
He became soft on that shot,
Yeah, and a couple on it where he made his comeback and started the change of momentum was when he was starting to come to the net a little bit.
You hit that wrong, that's game.
And that's game. And that was a big point right there. Bill
4
Schmidt.
games to love.
More love. And I tell you, Josh White might have to make a phone call after here and tell that date she's going to have to be put on hold. Because it doesn't look like he's going to be going home right soon. 4-0 here in the second set. And what a tremendous comeback by Bill Schmitz out of Fairport, New York. I tell you, that Fairport, they are definitely, that is an athletic area.
It is an athletic, yes.
I mean, they just...
Even when I was younger, the tennis program there was good, too.
Little mistake there by Bill Schmitz. And he knows he can't make many mistakes today.
He wants to get this set over, too. He wants to get it to the third set. That's all he wants. Let's get it there.
That one's out. Yeah, he'd like to get it and not have to overexpend on too much of his energy here.
Well, sometimes you have a 4-0 lead, and you have a tendency to play a little different then again, too. So hopefully the experience of these guys will keep them where they need to go.
Right. Bill didn't use up a lot of energy in that first set. It was too quick for him. But right here, he's really got itself. He's figured something out.
Love 40.
Love 40. Snuck one in right there, Bill Schmitz.
15-40.
I think he surprised Josh White with that first service. It wasn't an ace, but it had some good speed on it.
It was a good serve. He looks more relaxed, though, now, Bill.
Well, he had nothing to lose after the first serve.
He could only go ahead.
Game. White, Schmitz leads 4-1. Second set.
And Josh White right there sneaks back in and steals the game right there, 4-1. Closing the gap a little bit on Bill Schmitz, but Schmitz still with the commanding 4-1 lead here in the second set. We'll be back for Game 6 in just a moment here on Adelphia HT TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Today's tip is loading up on the forehand. What we're going to do today is put all of our weight onto our right foot. What we call loading is we are going to turn our shoulders and our hips back, load up onto the foot, and then as we swing, we are going to jump onto our left foot. This will add maximum power and maximum spin. Now remember, when we jump, let's jump toward the court, not away from the court, for maximum power.
It's Page Time's Gone Bananas sale. Save a bunch on a Motorola numeric pager, now only $14.95. Or pick up a text pager at the appealing price of just $24.95. Order either one now and you'll also get 2 months of free voicemail and free shipping. Call Page Time today at 1-800-870-2220. Page Time's Gone Bananas sale ends July 18th. Don't let this opportunity slip away.
And welcome back, and there you get a look at our head pro here at the Village Tennis Center, and now you know why everyone wants to be a head tennis pro, because you get to sit around and watch the tennis match and enjoy yourself on a Sunday afternoon. That's not quite necessarily the way it is, though, right, Russ?
No, absolutely not.
You're working all day today.
All day today. We start the week again tomorrow.
And that's 14 days in a row?
That's
I think
right.
Tom LaPenna, someone's going to report him to the labor board here if you don't be careful. We get a look at it there, 4-1 here in the second set, and this game right here, this is Josh White. He's got to get back on track here. He did break Bill Schmitz on his serve, but right now,
Josh seems to be falling apart here a bit.
He is struggling a little bit here. But here, this is a a big game for Josh White, and also Bill Schmitz has got to be saying, I gotta win this one here.
That ball's long too.
Yeah, he's got to be saying, I got to win this one here if he gets back in 4-2.
Up 30.
And love 30, I believe. We're starting to see a couple double faults by Josh White.
Good passing shot there.
And even though that one was long by Bill Schmitz, that's how he really turned this match around. He started getting a little more aggressive coming to the net, and there you go, look at double faults. And Josh White with 2, and Bill Schmitz has been pretty much perfect in that column. Here he puts himself a little pressure on himself here with the second serve.
Nice passing shot there. Like a counter puncher.
Yeah, that has worked well for him right there. That was one of his better plays all day long. It's 30 all right now. And like I said, this is a real important game for Josh White. He wins this one and he gets back in it and has a shot at, you know, finishing this match in the first 2 sets, which I'm sure he'd like to do. Got to admit, Josh White.
40-30.
40-30. He's been
still hanging in there, yeah.
He's been hitting the tape quite a few times.
Yes.
And that one hurts, Bill Schmitz. That one definitely hurts.
Schmitz leads 4-2. Second set.
It's 4-2. Big game for Bill here. Really needs to pull this one out. Otherwise, they're really just back on serve now.
Yeah, that one really hurt because he kind of, like I said, he opened the door for him now. And the younger guy's saying, you know, now I'm back in this one. This one I'm in striking distance now. It's 4-2.
It's only a break. Well, that's a great shot by Bill.
15 love.
15 love. Not only does he win this point, he makes Josh White work hard to get there on this shot.
He pushes him.
And that's Bill Schmidt's first double fault. And it goes 15 all. There we get a look at it, but I'll tell you right now, ideal for tennis right now. It actually feels like it's cooled off a little bit since the start of the match.
Yeah. Bill's losing his focus there a little bit.
15-30.
15-30 after he just said he was perfect in the no-fault column. Now that took a funny bounce.
There was a little break there for...
yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but
it hit and it actually just shot right up.
15-40.
That's the fun of playing on a clay court.
It looked like it... I don't know what it hit, but it went straight up in the air. And Bill Smith, watch this right here. He's lucky to even...
You actually picked it up.
Yeah, that was the last. That was his last shot. There was the one before that. The ball just went... That's long. Double break point.
3 double faults this game.
White.
It's hard to win that way.
Schmitz leads 4-3. Second set.
4-3. And double break point there by Josh White. And this game, the complexion has just turned back the other way. Now Josh White seems to be in command at a 4-3 in the second set. This one's getting pretty interesting here. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the continuation on Adelphia's HT TV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Today we're going to explore the two-handed backhand. What we want to do with the two-handed backhand is we want to get depth and power. One of the ways to do that is to let go with that backhand, that left hand, follow through as far out as we can with the right hand to get full extension and full power. When we do this, remember, don't let go too soon, otherwise you'll have a one-handed backhand. That's our tip for today.
The excitement of high school academic quiz competition has returned to Buffalo television. It's Masterminds, and it's only on Adelphia. Watch every week as the top scholars from your area schools battle it out in the varsity sport of the mind. And if that doesn't quench your thirst for knowledge, test your wits by playing the Masterminds Web Challenge. Log on and answer online questions for your chance to win a special prize. There's a new Battle of the Brains each week on Masterminds, so tune in and cheer your hometown team to victory. Remember, play it smart and play Masterminds.
And welcome back to our Jack Hunt Silver and Gold Invitational Tennis Tournament here at the Village Glen Tennis and Fitness Center. And Ross, this game, this match, has really been kind of, I don't know how you'd call it. It's been back and forth, 6-0 first set, and then Bill Schmitz goes up 4-0 in this set, and now it's 4-3.
It's basically they're back on serve this set. This is probably the biggest game of the set, and that's a good shot by Josh, those young legs. Actually, he got there.
He got there, but yeah, you're right. He the young legs, he made the attempt at it. You know,
he had a lot of underspin on that volley he hit, so when it hit, it actually also skipped backwards, so it made it a little more difficult to hit that.
They had to expend a lot of energy to get to this shot, though. Maybe you'll look at it right here.
He hit the underspin volley here.
That's long. 4-3 here in the second set of the men's Class A. And there, that might have been the exact same spot that it hit when it bounced up on Bill Schmitz. Because that one just, the bottom dropped out on Josh White. That was like a breaking ball. Here we can look at it. He's got it all lined up. And what happened? There he gets one, 15-30.
15-30.
And there's our sponsorship t-shirt right there.
It's a good looking shirt this year.
That's how big Bill would like the ball to be on some shots. They called that wide.
30 all.
30 all. And really, like I said, now 4-3. White can hold serve here. He could finish this one out.
Definitely a confidence booster here then. Just a little long.
30-40.
They always use the old adage, it's a game of inches. Almost any sport can come down to a game of inches, but really in tennis, that one was so close to the line. And that's what's nice about this tournament, though. They are calling, they're calling it.
Good point there, long rally.
That had to be the longest rally we had all day long. And unfortunately for Bill Schmitz, he hits that one wide. This one goes to deuce, and he
did the right thing. He tried coming in, but the ball got behind him a little bit and sprayed it wide.
Yeah, he's in some troubled water right now, though. Deuce game, 4-3.
That's a great point.
Great point by Josh White.
Advantage White.
I think that's going to take a lot of the sails of Bill Schmitz just after that long run they had.
Definitely wins you.
And then he comes back with this here. And that's definitely discouraging when you were up 4-0 in the second set.
Yep.
You feel it slipping away, the advantage to White.
That's a nice lob.
Right
on the line.
I think he's going to give it
White.
to him.
Games are 4-all. Second set.
4 apiece.
Did it go 6 games to White, then 4 games to Bill, and then...
It went 6-0. We look right there. 6-0 in the first set.
Right.
Bill Schmitz started off with 3 games here in the second set, and then Josh White won the 4th game, and now it's 4 apiece. And I said, I think that really... That was
probably the biggest game.
Backbreaker
Josh
right
feels,
there.
okay, now I'm in here.
A little unforced error there. Josh White, yeah, he just, like I said, he's got himself back on schedule now. Big serve.
$30 love.
30 love. But you can see, even though that...
The unforced error is almost even there, 12-10.
Now that one was just out. I'll tell you, he can run them down. There's no question. Just to get to that one, and he almost puts that one right on the line. Again, he's had 3 or 4 on the line. That time Bill Schmitz gets a little break here because that's an awfully tough shot to even come close. And you see right there, oh boy, that was great camera work.
That's in. Bill Rexel let that one go. He thought it was going to be out.
15.
It ended up being in there.
Got to give props to our camera people today being out there on these hot days.
It's a lot of credit to them. It's definitely hot out there.
And we give the credit to the camera people because everyone that sits in the truck is in that nice air conditioning, the producer and all the rest of those guys in there. Except for Don Kwan, he's out here, our stat man, battling the heat with us.
40-30.
40-30. And there's a look at our cameraman. For people that don't know, it's the cameraman and the statman that get here about 8, and then the producer shows up and the rest of them in the air conditioning at about 10:45 before the match starts. And that's long, so he's not going to go down easy here, Bill Schmitz.
5 games to 4, second set.
5-4 in the second set, and as I said, Bill Schmitz battles back here in the second set. 5-4 lead over the younger Josh White. We'll be back here to see who wins the second set in just a moment here on Adelphia's HTTV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Today we're going to look at the serve. The old traditional way of serving is to keep our feet sideways, jump off of our left foot, and step into the court. What we're going to do today is add more power and spin to that serve by bringing up our back foot arching our back and bending our knees. This will give us that extra thrust we need to go up into the court and add that spin and power.
The Need, 53 Days, Tom Stall, God's Children, The Brother Project, Blind and Bishop, Mudtown Rudy, Allison Pipitone, Fred Klima, Mersey, Puddle Jumper, Only Human, Pollyanna, We 73, Skunk, Fits You, Doom Buggy, Anna Spear, Classic Nebraska, Kinsman Cage, Indie Music, Independent, On Sale, On the Net, Online Express, Music.com.
And we are back at the men's Class A at the Village Glen Tennis Center here in Williamsville, New York. And I'll tell you, Russ, Bill Schmitz is making Josh White work a little bit here.
He sure is.
5-4 in the second set. Josh White will be serving. Like you say, they're both on serve right now. Schmitz
15 love.
definitely wanted that one right there. He pulled the trigger a little too soon. Hits it wide. 15 love.
Nice shot.
You can see it. You can see it in his eyes here. I mean, he's just sitting here on that last break. He's pushing him 5-4. He knows right now this is where he's really going to get on his horse here. And
he's got to take it to him.
He does right here, boy. This is a really well placed overhand. That one's a little wide. Bill Schmidt, though, he's keeping that ball down nice and low.
30-15.
Bill's got a nice slice there. He just lifted up a little bit on that topspin forehand there.
30-15, yeah, he's got that nice slice and right now he's just clearing the net with it. There's another one that's wide, so
40-15.
White had to work a little bit, but it looks like he's going to win this one here, 40-15. And knot it up at 5 apiece here in the second set.
Let.
First service.
That's a nice volley.
Game, White. Games are 5-all. Second set.
I had a feeling he was going to
pull that one
out, and now
we're back even.
5 apiece. 5-all here in the second set. Who would have thought it would be 5-5 after you look at the first one there, 6-0.
It's been a funny arrangement of games played so far.
But I think they're both kind of fallen into their game, and now that they have, it's pretty even.
Fight, yeah,
it's pretty even.
Love 15.
And Bill Schmitz is saying himself unexcusable. I know he's had 2 or 3 where he just
pummeled the ball.
Yeah. See a little perspiration starting to fall from Bill's chin. And a little more time before he serves.
That's a great slice.
15 all.
15 all, and I did, like I said, Bill's been sitting over here under the canopy on the brakes, and I've had a chance to chat with him a little bit here, and he said, I got to get my second wind. And I think that's what he's, a cagey old veteran right now, just taking a little extra time, getting his second wind. Not out of this one by a long shot.
There he goes, that one.
Yeah, he's actually hurt himself here. There's hit 3 or
15-30.
4 points that haven't been real difficult shots to return, but he's either hit him into the net or, as we see there, off the back of the end line.
One's long.
Because one thing he's been very consistent with the service. I mean, I think that's how he's been pretty much staying in the games here in the second set. He has a decent serve. It's not a overpowering serve, but he's consistent. Double break point.
Nice shot. Wrong footed him.
30-40.
Take that, you young buck.
That's right. Nice little stroke here. Ball short enough for him to come in on. And Josh is going one direction. Can't get his footing to get back.
He fights off that double break point.
Whoa.
You can't beat that, I'll tell you. And I think Bill Schmitz is like, hey, I gave it my best, and
6-5, second set.
Just have to tip my hat to the young Josh White.
That's a nice shot there.
Definitely have to tip the hat to him. He has been hitting the tape. He's been tough. And it's 6-5 right now as he takes the lead here in the second set. And he has a shot at finishing it off here when we come back here on HTTV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tom LaPenna from the Village Glen. Today we're going to look at that forehand volley. We need to get a little zing on that forehand volley, that punch to hit that ball deep into the corners. How we're going to do that is to use our left hand. We're going to bring our left hand around, put it even with our racket, and as we punch that volley, we're going to step forward with both our hands. That'll give us that little extra zip that we need to get that winning volley.
It's Page Time's Gone Bananas sale. Save a bunch on a Motorola numeric pager, now only $14.95. Or pick up a text pager at the appealing price of just $24.95. Order either one now and you'll also get 2 months of free voicemail and free shipping. Call Page Time today at 1-800-870-2220. Page Time's Gone Bananas sale ends July 18th. Don't let this opportunity slip away.
And we are back for what could be the final game here. If Josh White is successful with his serve and hold serve. Right there, another great
Love 15.
display of tennis right there. I tell you, Bill Schmitz he's not giving up easy here. Love 15.
I think Josh yelled because he had a little more court than he realized, and he cut it too fine because Bill was not about to go on his way back there.
Love 15, and now it's 15 all, and you got to believe that Bill Schmitz is getting tired. There's no question about it right now, because this second set is taking a lot out of him. The first one pretty much 6-0, and it was a quick set, but this second one has been a lot of longer rallies, and it's 15 all now, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not he can hold him off.
Whoa. He figured, well, you know.
I guess that's the answer right there.
30.
I guess he answered
I'm going to smack this ball, and
I guess he answered the question. I said, can he hold him off? I'll tell you, he's a tough competitor right here. Bill Schmitz, there's a good look at him. This play right here, he surprises Josh White with this shot.
Catches it perfect.
Josh drops his racket in almost disbelief.
That was a big point there, actually.
Big point, and I think Bill's like, I'm at the point where I'm so exhausted, I am just going to try and crack some winners from back here. I have got my fair share of tennis in at this tournament.
Yeah, Bill's not quitting.
He's not quitting, and I'll tell you, he has got Josh White down on the court here.
30,
He's making
40.
Like I said, he did mention, he said, I need my second win, but he said, I'm going to make this guy work a little bit. That's how, even though you don't win, when you're a little bit older, you can still earn respect, and this is how you earn respect right here. When you look down at the other end of the court and you got the younger player down. Put up a good fight here, Bill Schmidt.
First serve.
That's a let. A great point right there by Josh White, but a great play by Bill Schmitz too. You hear him come running in on the short, on the drop shot. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe I went to go get that one.
And Josh has hit some nice lobs. Every lob has just been enough just to be out of racket reach of Bill there. I think that took some steam out of Bill too at that point.
Well, deuce right now. Whoa, I'll tell you, Bill is making us eat our words over here in the broadcast booth. Hey, he didn't get to the finals.
No.
Yeah, he didn't get to, there wasn't an easy path to the finals, and he is not, never say never.
Another forehand, it's like a repeat of the other one he had.
And that shot had to feel good for him.
And back to deuce again.
Deuce.
First serve is long. We're at deuce here in the second set. Advantage goes back to Bill Schmitz.
Advantage, Schmitz.
So how does he finish him off here, Russ? He's been going back.
Well, what's happening is Bill is going for the shot. And he's actually connecting each one, making it tough for Josh here. Josh is like, all right, let me get this back to deuce. Give me another chance here. That was right on the baseline.
Deuce.
Now, is that is that something you work on?
Nope.
Tennis player. Is it something that you work on? Like, let me see if I can put it right on the line, or is it can't be, right? It's more like just good ground stroke, return the ball.
The only guy I know that can do that is Anki. He plans that stuff.
I'll tell you, after watching Anki play, I believe you, because that Jordan slam dunk, whatever it was that he pulled off, I've never seen that feat.
It's his alley-oop overhead.
Advantage, Schmitz.
This is a long game here.
And there again, this is his chance right now. Josh White has him right where he wants him.
He needs to get an ad here.
Bill Schmitz, though, is pretty much.
Well, this shot here definitely tires you out. This hard long reach, it exerts.
Not only tires you out, just by his response.
Yep.
His verbal response on that one was like, "Oh man, I can't take one more of these." But he keeps it in play and forces another error on Josh White.
Advantage, Schmitz.
And it bounces back over to Schmitz, the advantage.
Schmidt's fourth opportunity.
And I got to believe is the longer these kind of matches go on, and they said last year with Tom LaPenna's daughter, Kathy Twist, it was to her advantage.
Right.
Even though they tire, it really goes. It's more to their advantage as far as the tempo. Ooh. There again, I think Schmitz he wants to hit some winners, though. He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want long points. No.
There's not many left in him, I don't think. There's the unforced errors. It's been a pretty even match ever since the first set where he went 6-0 in the first set. It's been even, dead even, through the second set. Well, what can you say about that? That was another fine display of both players.
Advantage Josh. So look at it here. Comes in, he plays a nice, tough one though to play cross court. He's lucky. It's hard to cover that when you come in that way.
Well, this is it. Here's his big opportunity to close this match out. And that is long. Bill Schmitz has yet another life. A valiant effort to
Wrong choice of shots there, though. He didn't need to try playing something that was in the corner here to the baseline there.
Bill Schmitz is still alive in this one. He's still afloat. He's got his head above water just barely. But that can change real quick.
That was close, but
yeah, I didn't really even get the call on that one. It looked like the serve actually might have been long, but they give that point to Josh White. So again, match point. I was going to say, sooner or later, you got a feeling that he's going to have to. He had quite a few of them, and Josh White.
6-0-7-5.
6-0-7-5, and a valiant effort by Bill Schmitz. He's going to have to be satisfied with the silver here in the gold and silver invitational, because Josh White will take home first place in the championship, and well deserved. But Russ, a good match all in all.
Great match, and some nice tennis there, and funny different outcome we thought here.
No question about it. You see it there. He's 6-0 in a tough second set. He wins it, though. Josh White 7-5, and we'll be back here in just a moment to talk to the winner and to give out the trophies here at the Village Glen Fitness and Tennis Center. We'll be back in just a moment here on HT TV Sports.
Attention Internet surfers, get online now and dial up OnlineExpressMusic.com, a worldwide web store featuring regional music from all over the U.S. and Canada. Access some of the best independent music like Toronto's Pollyannas, Buffalo's Blind Ambition, Seattle's The Puddle Jumpers, and a whole lot more. Browse through the online catalog and download free sound samples. Check out this month's on sale featured artist, OnlineExpressMusic.com. Discover for yourself a whole new world of music.
It's a glimmer of an idea, focused like a beam of light. It's a moment of brilliance. Fiber optic and digital technologies are the future, and Adelphia continues to make extraordinary investments in these bright ideas, outshining the competition by bringing the future into your home today. Adelphia, your link for everything.
Happy 4th of July from your friends at Adelphia HTTV.
Welcome back to the Village Glen Tennis and Fitness Center. I'm down on courtside with Russ Tringali. And for the trophy presentation, I'm going to turn it over to you, Russ.
Thanks. Bill, you played a great tournament here. Thank you. You made it to the finals. It took you 3 matches to win to get to the finals. I know it was a hot weekend. Yep. You struggled the first set, you lost 6-0, and you seemed to come back the second. You had a lead there, and Josh was able to pull out the second set. But congratulations on making it to the finals and being a runner-up, and how do you feel like you played?
I was just trying to win a game for the longest time, so when I did that, I felt really good. And then when I got up on him, I felt pretty good about the way I was playing, but he was just too strong in the end. He was a very good player.
Well, congratulations, and here's the runner-up trophy. Thanks for playing this. I know you're from Rochester and you come out here and play all the time, and really thanks for participating in the tournament.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Josh, we'll bring the winner in here. Josh White, you played a great tournament, made it to the finals. Again, you had to win 4 matches to win this tournament, and congratulations. You played a nice tournament. You won the first set a little bit. It was easy for you to win the second set, or the first set. The second set you were struggling, and you were able to come back. What was the difference in the second set?
Well, at the start, I just missed a couple shots here and there, got down a couple games, but I just kept telling myself, until I lose 6 games, it's not over, and just keep struggling, trying to grind it out, just get back any way I can, and luckily I pulled through.
Well, that's what you did, and you ended up playing a great second set to come back and win, and you won the men's A tournament at the Hunt Gold and Silver Invitational, and thanks for playing this one. We hope to see you in the next tournament. Thank you.
Okay. Hey.
And that about wraps it up. I just want to say thanks to you, Russ, for joining me today.
Thank you.
I totally enjoyed it. A wonderful day for tennis. And again, Josh White with a big victory here in the men's Class A from the series here at Village Glen. And I hope you all enjoyed watching because it was some great tennis. And for everyone here at Adelphia and HTTV Sports, our producers, all of our camera people, and for everyone here at the Village Glen, thank you for watching and good night.
Looking for the latest HTTV news and on-air schedule? Check out our website at